My next guest is a racing legend. He's the fastest man on Indian soil, a race car driver for Audi, and a content creator all rolled into one. Aditya Patel. I think after hanging out with you for a couple of weeks, and I was like, oh, he's so modest, he's so chill. Who is this guy really? So I Googled you, and I was
you
like,
Googled me. It's the first time I'm finding out about that. I didn't
I
know you
did.
Googled
Yeah,
me.
I did Google you. Yeah, because we would talk about your races and stuff, right? So, at first, like when I met you, I didn't Google you, and we met, we talked, and we became really good friends. It wasn't until we were really good friends that like we would talk about, your races, and we talk about your career and where it was going. And I was just really curious. I was like, you never even told me about the speed record or nothing. You hadn't told me about anything. And so I was like, okay, well, let's Google this guy and find out, a little bit more about your career. So I Googled you and I found out that you're this like, this proper full on race car star in India. And I was like, holy shit. I just made a toasty with the guy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah, AD, tell us a bit about how you started your career, bro.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, when I was pretty young, I must have been 3, 4 years old. My dad used to race, prepare cars, and just kind of drive around the track for fun. So, we used to go as a family to watch him race. And obviously, when you're a kid, you want to try your hand at it. There's always that curiosity to know what it's like to drive a race car. Along with so many other cars on the track, and people are cheering, etc., etc. We used to go to the go-kart track on weekends and just drive around for fun. It wasn't that expensive in India at the time. And yeah, and then we just kind of some of us just started to take part in competitions because the go-kart track would kind of conduct the competition. And it just kind of built from there. You do well there, and then you progress and you start taking part in bigger, more serious events in bigger, more serious cars. And it's just one thing leads to another. And the next thing you know, sitting here talking to Nick D on the Turkey Chat.
Or rather, the next thing you know, you hold the national record for being the fastest man on Indian soil. And that record is 332.2 kilometers per hour. Is that right?
Yeah,
Did I nail
that's
it?
right.
Did I absolutely nail the
You
number?
you nailed it. You nailed it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to me, that's just a speed record on the road. It was great. It was the car did most of the work. I just had to sit there and put my foot down on the floor. And the car was stable, and it just made me feel comfortable in it. I didn't have to do much more than that. The R8 V10 is a very well built car. It's built for high speeds. It's built to be safe at speeds. So of course we did it in a closed and controlled environment. And it was just something that myself and Autocar India, basically, and Audi wanted to do, and then they asked me to do it for them as a driver. So I said, yeah, sure. I mean, I've never hit 300 kilometers per hour before. I'd probably done maybe 260, 270 on the racetrack. So I said 300 may be fun. And on the first trial attempt, a few days before the actual event, we hit that speed, and we were like, okay, this is easy. Let's just do it.
You make it sound like you just went out shopping, dude. You literally made it sound like you went out, picked up a banana, put it in the cart, and bought it.
Yeah, the coolest thing about going at that speed, of course, yeah, you're going really fast and everything's moving by quickly. But at the end, when you actually analyze the speed, distance, and the time, you realize that I think we covered 5 kilometers in, I don't know, is it over a minute, just over a minute or something like that?
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
I was like, I wish I could do that every day, just go to the shop and come back. 5 kilometers takes ages.
Guys, it's that time of the episode, my favorite time. AD, we are playing Don't Lie to Me. The rules of the game are simple. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions and you will lie to me on one occasion. Nick D, the human lie detector, will try and detect that lie. And if I do detect that lie, QP have promised me an Audi R8 V10. So we're all gunning for me to win this, aren't we?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Oh, I love you, buddy. All right, let's do this. Okay, who is your biggest celebrity crush?
Nick D.
Wow. Okay. That's definitely not a lie. That's definitely not a lie. Best race car driver pickup line you have ever used.
Ooh, tough one. It's the only pickup line I probably have ever used. If you ain't first, you're last.
You know what happened with the DRE.
I can just imagine you. If you ain't first, you're last, baby. I can totally imagine that. Okay.
I can't tell you if it worked though. It may
I know,
have.
no,
It may
I
not.
already know the answer to that. The girl probably turned back and went, "Well, you were coming last tonight, love," and walked away. Anyway, moving on. Okay, what job would you do if you weren't a race car driver?
Good question, actually. Um, Probably be a professional mattress sleep tester. Like, the people who sleep on mattresses to sleep
I
really.
was gonna
I'd
say,
do
I'm
something
sure
like
that job exists. Every job exists in some capacity, doesn't it? Really.
yeah.
Sounds like anyone's dream job, to be fair.
Yeah, I've done
Sounds
some
like,
research. I believe it does exist. So yeah, someday.
oh man.
It's a
Okay,
proper dream job, literally a dream job. Yeah.
yeah, quite. I love that. Weirdest interaction with a fan.
He was Dash's flatmate's fiance at the time. He used to ask me all kinds of weird questions, and then I found out he was Googling me in his room. Just fucking weird.
Moving on
Yeah.
swiftly. What do you hate eating the most?
Oh, biryani.
Really? I didn't know that actually. Why?
Now you do.
Why?
You'll find out.
Final question. Other than racing, how do you get your thrills?
Um, Sleeping. It's my dream job, so it gives me that.
Let's have a quick review of the questions. Who is your biggest celebrity crush? What is your best pickup line? What job would you do if you weren't a race car driver? What is the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had? What do you hate eating the most? Other than racing, how do you get your thrills? It's that time in the episode where I have to guess AD's lie. Now, there's some very obvious contenders here. I definitely think weirdest interaction with a fan is probably quite high up there. That's what I'm going to say, actually. Weirdest interaction with a fan. I cannot be your weirdest fan, AD. That's the lie, for sure.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the lie. No.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because if I had to call you a fan, that's not a lie.
This is getting worse and worse.
If I call you a friend, unless I call you a friend, then it's different. But then I like to call you a fan.
So what is the lie? What is the lie?
I love biryani. I love biryani.
Oh my God, I can't believe that I didn't catch that. I can't believe, I'm sorry, I cannot. The amount of times we have cooked together and spent time together and eaten together, how could I not? Let's move on. On the first ever live segment on Chirp and Chat ever, I challenged my boy AD to a face-off. That's right, a race on the racetrack. And if you're a big Top Gun fan, you are gonna love this video because that day I was really feeling the need for
speed.
Check it out.
Guys, where's Nick?
I'm sorry, man. He's meant to be here.
He's meant to be here. It's 9:30. He made me take a bus. I took a bus from London to Brentwood. It's Chirp and Chat. It's Nick's show. He's not here.
He's just there.
Are you kidding? Did I not get the memo? Is that what we're wearing today? Do you see what he's wearing?
I know.
Who wears sunglasses in the rain? Like who?
Hey, D! How you doing, man? Guys, it's your boy Nick D, the host of Chirp and Chat. This is our first ever live segment of Chirp and Chat, and we have a really special guest with us today, AD, my boy, a race car driver for Audi, and the fastest man on Indian soil. How you doing, bud?
You're late. Doesn't matter, you're late.
Bro, I'm getting wet, man. How you
Doesn't
doing?
matter, you're late. Annoyed?
Oh, come on, don't be upset.
I took a bus. You made me take a bus to get here.
You actually took a bus?
Yeah.
Okay, listen, let's get to the point. We'll talk about the bus later. So, guys, AD isn't just a great race car driver, he's also an incredible content creator, and today he's going to teach us how he creates content on race day. So I've challenged him to a one-on-one race, which obviously I am going to win, because I am the underdog, baby. Everyone loves the underdog. Great balls of fire!
You're gonna lose.
Well, I know you're upset at me. I wanted to get you upset at me so that you put your heart into this race.
Is that so?
Otherwise, I know,
Okay.
you love me, man. I know you're going to take it easy on me. So, should we do this?
Yeah, let's do this.
Step 1 of your content creation.
Getting to the track on time. And then we do a photo shoot. So let's get to the photo shoot.
Okay. This is why
Yeah.
they call him the fastest finisher on Indian soil. If you didn't get that joke, you are probably under 18 years old.
Or your name is Nick.
Come on, let's go, man. Hey, hold my helmet.
What?
So wet.
Okay guys, here we are. And the first thing we do on race day is to...
Photo shoot, baby! I was born ready for this, man. Look at this face. Look at this beautiful hairline. Look at this jawline. We're ready to go.
First thing I want you to do before you pose for the photograph is grab a helmet.
But why? Bro, you can't see the hairline, the jawline.
You can see everything, trust me.
300 pounds to get
Trust me, you'll see everything. Just grab it.
Okay, right.
That should fit you and your ego.
Excel.
Yeah,
This is
let's...
gonna look weird on my body.
yeah.
I'm jacked as shit, but
Yeah.
this is even for a even
Alright.
for Stallone. This is too big.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
This is intense.
Are you ready? Okay, you're gonna love this one.
All right, what is it?
Take a massive dump.
Dude, fuck.
I mean, don't really take a massive dump.
This is supposed
act,
to
act
this
like you're
is a
taking a
serious
massive.
photo shoot.
It is, yeah. Just,
This is what you do on race
Yeah,
day.
this
There's
is
like
what we do on
50
race
press
day.
around you. Like
This-
pretend like you're taking a bloody dump.
yeah, just do it.
You fucking being serious?
Actually, you'll know what I mean when you do it. Okay, squat. Yeah, yeah, that's it. See, that's exactly what the press wants to see. You trying to like do a little press. Okay,
You're humiliating me. All right, yeah.
okay, this one. You won the race. You just won a race.
Oh yeah.
That's what Audi, Mercedes, BMW
look
wants
at
to
me.
see.
Look at me. Shower me with champagne. Champagne.
Yeah, okay, you're
showers.
done. You're done.
Champ-
That's enough.
Did I
Yeah.
nail that one?
Yeah, no, you didn't. But it's good enough. You can call your photographer in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the best photographer in the entire United Kingdom. He's photographed amongst many stars, the Queen and Nick D. Ralston! Come on in, buddy. There he is.
Alright.
Yeah, look at him. He also happens to be my very talented PA, but he's a great photographer. And he has photographed the Queen at her jubilee when he was 3 years old.
Yeah, but what
Look
did
at
you do to him?
We can't talk about that stuff.
Oh, we can't.
No,
Okay.
no. Not on
Yeah,
live
let's not.
television,
Let's
man.
not.
There's a line. There's
Yeah.
a line, bro.
Okay, so now you know your poses. Number one.
Yeah.
Helmet
right.
on.
Okay, should we do this?
Do it.
All right, Mercedes, BMW, Audi. I'm coming for you.
You got something that I need. Yeah, I need. Ooh, ooh. You got something that I need. Yeah, I need. Ooh, ooh. Take me somewhere far away from here.
Buddy, may the best man win. Great balls of fire, baby. Yeah.
Let's go. So Nick, feel good? You're the first loser.
Look, I don't think it's as simple as like winning and losing. That's not what life's all about. It's you got to get better. You got to work hard. I took some corners. I took them hard. I went round. I went straight. I sped up. I slowed down. That's what it's all about, man.
So you're Sir Lewis Hamilton now.
Well, look, I just have one question for you, man. Just one question. You're a professional racer, right? This wasn't a fair contest. But let's put Virat Kohli against me. Mano y mano. Right?
Yeah, but you've got to get to the track first on time.
I'll
Because
be
he's
there
gonna finish the race even before you get here, and you've asked him to come on a bus.
I'll be there. You will never get over this bus
No.
thing, will you, man?
No,
You just
never.
never get over this bus thing.
Never.
Guys, that was my buddy AD. We're going to go back to the studio now. We'll see you there.
After that crushing defeat, let's move on. Let's talk about something a little bit different. Getting into your life more as a content creator now. So you're an established race car driver. You've got the backing of Audi. Let's just go straight into that. How did that happen? How did you get associated with Audi? How did you become the Audi man?
Well, I mean, back then, this was it was around 2009, 10, 11. I was racing for Volkswagen, and Volkswagen wanted Indian talent to be taken out to the global stage, and they weren't very, very active in single-seater racing, which is the path to Formula One. So they approached me in 2009 and asked me if I'd be interested in racing touring cars. And touring cars are like your regular cars on the road, but modified for the track. So it was a Volkswagen Polo at the time. And everybody knows what a Volkswagen Polo is. It's one of the most popular cars in the world. So yeah, I switched from single seaters, the Formula cars, to a Volkswagen Polo, which obviously took a little bit of convincing within myself to do, because it's just something that you don't really dream of when you're young at the time. But yeah, I made the switch and I absolutely loved it. And then that obviously led to a transition to Audi when I moved to bigger cars, because from a Volkswagen Polo and a Scirocco, Audi then approached me and said, we want you to pilot the R8 in GT3 championships around the world. And I was like, yeah, I mean, is that even a question? I'll do it. So that kind of brought me in with the Audi family in India, and also I did some stuff in Germany, etc., etc. And it's been a great journey. It's since 2012 I've been involved with them. Obviously, since the pandemic, everything's taken a bit of a hit in terms of global markets, and everyone slowed down with events, etc., etc. But whenever I can, I still do events. So the racing has slowed down a bit. So yeah, that's been my journey with Audi so far.
Tell us a little bit about the types of content that you create, and sort of, what sort of stories are you telling on behalf of Audi or with Audi?
Well, that's an interesting question, actually. Well, over the years that I've been with Audi, which is nearly 10 years now, we've created a lot of different content based on the times, and you know how things progress, right? And we've also created content with interesting people like Nimrat Kaur from Homeland, Virat Kohli. Of course, everybody knows who he is. I work closely together with the creative teams from Audi to put stuff together. And what's important is, as a race driver, I'm not really a content creator. Neither am I. You could say influencer, because an influencer really influences people to kind of look at stuff or buy stuff. But I love what I do, and that just really makes the content, I guess, more interesting and more fun to do from my perspective. So people out there who really are looking to make content, honestly, they should really love what they do, and that's when the content will be a bit more real. And that's the kind of stuff I've been doing with Audi over the last 10 years or so.
And again, also talking about the importance of content. Obviously, race car driving is one of those things that's very visual, right? I think some sports, for example, chess, not that visual, but race car driving is a whole other ballgame when it comes to visuals and cameras and the way that it's presented to the world as this really sexy sport. What types of content are you creating for your own ventures? Let's talk about your new racing leagues that you've introduced.
Like you said, it's a new racing league. And back in 2018, 2019, when we were promoting it, it was so important to create good content to reach out to the right audience. And like you said, it's a sexy sport. So it needs to also look the part if you want to reach out to a good crowd. And you see that a lot in motorsport these days, and the audience is growing. So we've done some interesting stuff actually. We did a few track days where we invited some celebrities, influencers, etc. Brought them to the circuit, took them around the track in race cars. They loved it. You get their reactions on camera, and you get a few interviews from them just as soon as they get out of the car, and you get some amazing content. So there's so much you can do with motorsport. It's very colorful, obviously. So it looks great on social media. And yeah, it's literally the world is your oyster when it comes to motorsport. There's a lot you can do on the track. There's a lot you can do off the track. You can even create great content in literally a boardroom because of motorsport. So it's good fun doing it, we come up with new stuff every day. So I'm looking forward to really post pandemic working on our project again to see what we can put together and how we can make it grow from here again.
AD, you are an inspiration to us all. I wish you all the very best of luck with all the amazing things that you're doing at the moment. You've always inspired me, and I'm sure you're inspiring our audience right about now. Thank you so much for being part of the show and for coming all the way out to the racetrack in the rain on the bus.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
It's been a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to have you on the show. Take care, man, and I'll catch you soon. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, see you soon. I'll whip up a curry the next time I see you. But thanks for having me on the show. It's been great fun.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
For more on amazing creators, download QP on the App Store, where you will get exclusive access to their amazing content and loads more. We believe anyone can be a content creator. Who knows? You could even end up being my next guest. To find out what's next on Chirp and Chat, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, or all three if that's your thing. I'm not judging.